Welcome into Extra Time. Thank you as always for your tweets. Craig and Ali are with me here in the studio. We've also got Gab Marcotti. And Gab, I feel like I should start with you because you didn't join in our Real Madrid discussion on the show. So we'll give you a chance now. Is it over for Real Madrid?
No, I don't think it is over because this is football and you got to go out and play the game. But obviously, it's all going to be uphill against Manchester City. Although, you know, what we have seen, City at home, it could be a strange environment given also the European ban and the way the crowd feel about UEFA and the Champions League. But frankly, you know, you wouldn't give Real Madrid too many chances. But you know, you still go out to play the game. And I'll tell you what, Guardiola certainly isn't going to take anything for granted.
Craig said 30%, Ali said 10% when it comes to Real Madrid chances. What percentage says you, Gab Marcotti?
I think I'm going to be closer to Ali on this one and say maybe 15%.
Waiting for
very scientific way of it.
Yes.
Oh,
this is how we do it.
Yeah. Well, but as I said in the programme, you lose twice.
Are you regretting saying 30% now?
No. Because if you... No, I'm not. Why did I regret saying 30%?
I don't know. I thought you were going to start backtracking because Gab said 15 and the voice... I mean, someone like Gab Marcotti makes that point.
But as I pointed out clearly in the show, and I know people don't always listen because they then tweet in something that you haven't said, is that if you can lose home twice this season to Manchester United, you can lose to Real Madrid, for sure. Right? That's all I'm saying. On a bad night at home.
Waiting for Stevie to comment on Ramos's red card.
Well, he's
and
not
Nicol
here.
is off. No, he's off today, isn't he?
All right, he's off. Well, we're on call. You know, sometimes when, you know, a red card happens, the phone goes, see if he wants to come in.
Red card for you, Gab? Yeah, the boys said it was.
Yeah, no question about it. And I'm sure the boys had a right go at him. It's 26 red cards in his career for Real Madrid, plus I think he has at least 2 for the Spanish national team.
But out of all of them, this wasn't the stupidest, Gab.
No, maybe it wasn't the stupidest, but you know what? It still happened. You know, you have a goalkeeper like Courtois coming off his line. Why put yourself in that situation? Live to fight another day. Also, I might also add that I know there's VAR and all. That was awfully close. I mean, I know he's supposedly the master of the dark arts and everything. That was very, very close. A grumpy referee a different day. VAR sees it a bit differently. Jesus moves his body a different way, and that becomes a penalty. So no, I don't understand how it can happen to you so many times in your career when you're one of the greatest centre backs in history, and he is.
See when he's going through all these red cards when he's retired. Yeah. To his family and friends, do you think he's going? That one was stupid. That one, not so much so. That one was crazy.
I think there will be a digital segment this week on the top 10 stupidest Sergio Ramos red cards, as by Craig Burley. I look forward to that.
I mean, I have to say, I've had the odd stupid one myself.
Yeah, but yes, World Cup.
I haven't had that amount.
Does Craig still have PSG and Real Madrid as better Champions League favourites than Barca and Bayern? This is back of a digital segment you did where you did your top 5 European teams.
Well, and do we have that top 5?
Well, yes, they went Liverpool, Real Madrid, Man City, PSG, Juventus.
Well, it doesn't really make sense because Real Madrid and City were playing each other.
Yes.
So I had one of them gone through. That's why they were obviously one of them's going to go through. So one of them was going to be favourites ahead. PSG. Are you going to ask me another question about the Champions League?
What?
Because I've got all the answers. Ask me what you want. I still think PSG will probably beat Dortmund.
But Bayern are a better team, aren't they, than PSG?
Well, they're a better team yesterday.
Yeah.
As I pointed out to you, though, I would say Dortmund are a better team than Chelsea at the moment.
Right.
And so, therefore, Bayern's task against Chelsea, as I try to point out to people, wasn't exactly toppling Liverpool.
Sure.
It was toppling a team that are fighting to be 4th in the Champions League.
Juventus were 5th in your list ahead of Barcelona.
Yes, and I still think Juventus will go through.
Right.
Hey.
Yeah. But are they a better team than Bayern?
Well, it's not a question if they're a better team than Bayern. What's all this massive... Bayern all of a sudden are now the greatest team in the history, or they've gone for the Champions League because they beat Chelsea at home, who have been beaten at home by teams like Bournemouth this season. So, I'm sorry, It's a little bit early to be all jumping on the Bayern ship.
And how long ago was this?
Right, I'll tell you my top 5. Liverpool.
Right.
I still think Liverpool will go through.
Right.
City and Real Madrid, one of them was always going to get knocked out.
Right.
Right? That's so
Gone.
gone. Real Madrid
Madrid
gone.
out.
City.
Right. City are second.
I still think PSG, so that's 3 teams.
Yeah.
I still think PSG will beat Dortmund. That's 4.
No.
No, that's 3.
That's 3 still.
Because Real Madrid are out.
Yeah. But Real Madrid are playing City.
Yes, but they can't be in the top 5 now, surely.
Right, so the top 5 are still going to be there. Liverpool
Yes.
will beat Atlético.
Yes.
City
Yep.
will probably beat Real.
Yes, okay.
PSG, I think, will come back and beat Dortmund. That's 3. Okay? And I still think Juventus will come back at home and beat Lyon.
Right.
That's 4.
Right.
Right. I could only ever get 4.
Because of Real Madrid and City.
I could only ever get 4
Yeah.
because 2 of the teams were playing each other. Work it out before you send tweets in. I could only ever get 4 out of 5, and I still think I'm going to get 4 out of 5.
Right.
Mark my
but
words.
the pick wasn't who's going to go through to the next round.
Well, the pick is who the favourites are.
Well,
and they're the
yeah, but you haven't got Bayern.
Bayern Munich are not all of a sudden favourites because they beat a pretty inexperienced Chelsea side
And you haven't even mentioned Atalanta.
that had a transfer ban and lost the best player. Right?
Oh, dear. I think...
Come back to me on this Bayern stuff when they're lifting the trophy
Oh, dear.
in Istanbul. Thank God I'm not going to that now.
Oh, dear. Gab.
You've already made the decision
you
you're
wanna
not
say
going?
something?
Yeah, I was asked to go. And I was told he was going, and I said no.
That's it.
Sorry, Gab.
Gab?
I'm kind of with Craig on Bayern here a little bit in the sense that I think what we've seen here is because, and look, I live in London, right? So I'm exposed to the English media day and night. Because the Bundesliga has their winter break, and because it's the Bundesliga, and because everybody seemed to have forgotten, what Bayern did in the knockout stage, all of a sudden they thought it was going to be some sort of bedraggled Bayern because look, they changed their coach and they're taking on Chelsea. All of a sudden, they steamroller Chelsea, and then all of a sudden they're God's gift to football again. This was a good Bayern team before. It has been a really good Bayern team, I think, for the past month. But by the same token, I wasn't on the show last night. I don't know what you guys made of Lampard's team selection, but to choose the exact same 11 that worked so well against Spurs, thinking it was going to work so well against Bayern, who play an entirely different type of football and have totally different types of players, was a serious mistake. Maybe one of the worst mistakes that he's made since becoming Chelsea manager.
Well, maybe you should watch the show. And then
You'll
you'll
bounce
find out.
back to it.
Right, let's go
But
on.
not this year.
As I pointed out last night.
Oh, hello.
As I pointed out last night, just briefly.
He's back.
As I pointed out last night, just
Yes.
briefly. By the way, Bayern were excellent, right? But last year, Bayern played a very good Premier League team and were knocked out
Yes.
comfortably.
Yeah. Who won the title?
This year, they played not a struggling, but they played a poorer Premier League team who have had issues and were comfortable victors. It's really not difficult to understand. And I stick with my 5,
Oh, right.
which will be 4 because 2 of them are playing each other.
Yes.
Not difficult to understand.
Well, you have repeated yourself a few times.
Is
See, I've always got the answer. Always have the answer, son.
Is Kevin
Hey,
De Bruyne...
down there, up there for thinking, down there for dancing. All right.
Is Kevin De Bruyne the world's 3rd best player?
Or 4th, 5th, 6th, I don't know.
Right.
Dear God.
I would just say that he is the best two-way midfielder there is in the world, no doubt about it.
What about
no
the
question
3rd best
about it.
player?
No, I don't think so.
No?
No.
Who would you have?
Take Kylian Mbappe.
Gab.
No. You can choose who you like. You can choose Kylian Mbappe in there if you want to expand it out to people who play different positions. You might say Virgil van Dijk. You might say Alisson. He's pretty good. There's a number of very good players. Robert Lewandowski's fairly useful as well. Marc-Andre Ter Stegen, not a bad goalkeeper. I don't understand. On the back of a game against Real Madrid, all of a sudden, he's the 3rd best player in the world. He's an exceptional midfielder. That's what he is. And there was maybe 2-3 years ago, he had that incredible season. Maybe he would have been in the conversation. But, right, is he the 3rd best player in the world? No, I don't think so.
It's the trouble with all these Ballon d'Ors and stuff, isn't it? trouble with all these Ballon d'Ors and these awards is giving people. It's not the worst question ever, but it's giving people the thirst.
Yes.
It's
But it's not unique to our sport. It's for everyone.
Like, where does he lie in the pantheon?
But that's not just in soccer, is it? It's everywhere. But there's only a Ballon d'Or.
Just ask him to give you a
There's
ranking.
only a Ballon d'Or in soccer, isn't there?
How many times do you hear this chat in the NFL?
Every day. Is Tom Brady the greatest ever? Where does he rank?
Yes! But who's the third?
Exactly. Right.
Oh,
Final one. This is a good question. Which underdog will keep...
Is it about Bayern Munich? Is it about my top 5?
Which underdog will keep their first leg advantage for an upset in the second leg? Who's more likely, Lyon, Dortmund or Atleti? Ooh, Gab.
Oh, sorry.
Well, I was going to say Atalanta, but, you know, I suppose people assume
come on,
that
it's
they're
Valencia.
through.
Oh, but they're winning. They're all winning anyway. I'll get my quote.
You're right.
Yeah, but they're winning comfortably, Gab, aren't they?
All right.
I think Dortmund have the best shot simply because, you know, Paris Saint-Germain is simply a cluster mess right now. They showed it again in that crazy game at the weekend. I still have Paris Saint-Germain going through, but honestly, that is a game I would not touch. Anything can happen.
Yep. Where'd you go? Out of those three.
I go even though probably they're playing against the best side, I go Atlético Madrid.
Really? Out of those three?
Primarily because they have
But Liverpool are top of your...
Yes, on your list.
No, I don't think it'll happen, but I think it has the best chance. If I mention Man City and Juventus, I could go through it all again, but I have to go home and deal with my daughter. I don't mean deal with her, but maybe I do. Where was I? Atleti. I don't think it will happen, but I think they've got the makeup for it potentially to happen. Don't ask a question if you don't want an answer.
Well, I did, but you already gave it to me. Then you
I
went
know
off.
I'm a little, but I'm just.
You went off on some
value for
tangent.
money today.
Okay.
Value for money.
Who cares?
Borussia Dortmund.
Borussia Dortmund because of what's happening
PSG's
in
a house
PSG.
on fire.
Yep.
Right now.
All right, then that is it. Craig is off tomorrow.
What about a list?
What
Is he going to give us a
tomorrow?
list?
You're bored in the mornings. What are you going to do in the afternoon?
Well, I'm not going to read down my list because I'm super confident about that.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm bored. There's no golf at the moment. I'm thinking of moving to Scottsdale.
Yeah? Oh, that'd be good.
Florida.
Well, maybe we can get
come
some
on-
sort of GoFundMe
I
going.
can come on the I can come on the
No,
camera.
it'll be fine. Don't worry.
Like what LaBeouf and Gab do. LaBeouf's camera went down again tonight. That was a shame.
That's it.
So I could do that. I don't have to deal with you every day. I can just say, I'm not coming on today.
Oh, wonderful. Stevie will be back tomorrow then.
A man that doesn't know what day of the week it is.
He really doesn't. Or month, or year. Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.